Hi everyone, welcome to the Purple Tulip workshop, and I'm your host Shipra. I will be taking you through a few of the simple crochet stitches that are required for the beginners. So for this series of absolute beginners in crochet, you will be requiring a ball of yarn. I'm using 100% cotton. You can use with whatever is available at home, or you can get hold of from your local market. Just use something you're comfortable to work with. Along with that, I'm using an aluminium hook. The size of my hook is 4 mm. This is also the same as G size 6. This particular size goes well with the thickness of my yarn. We will be requiring a threading needle with a broad eye, a locking pin to hold my work if in case I need to leave my work in between. You can use anything which is available that can hold your loops. And last but not least, we require a cutting scissors. So we're going to start with making a slip knot. I'll show you a few variations of making a slip knot. First variation is where you wrap the yarn around your finger like this, hold the tip with your middle finger and your thumb, pull the yarn over your finger like this, then pull this particular loop through your finger and pull. This is one version of making a slip knot. I'll show it to you again in slow motion. Over. So this is one of the slip knots version. Then another version would be holding the tip of your yarn like this, holding the yarn with your right hand like this, grab the remaining yarn, twist, and then pull through. I'll show that to you again. Hold the yarn, grab the remaining running yarn or the working yarn. So this is also making a slip knot. Another version which I normally use is grab the yarn with the tip, and I normally twist and make an X like this. I like to bring the tail over the working yarn, and then I like to pull the working yarn. I find this easier. I'll do this again. Grab the yarn, we've done with making the slip knots. So this is your slip knot that we will be working on. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about a crochet as well. So I'm currently using a 4.0 mm hook, which is a G size 6. I'm going to tell you what this hook is. This particular portion of your hook is known as the head. This particular portion is the neck of the hook, or also known as the throat of the hook, and this is the shaft. So the thickness of your shaft is actually this particular size. That means the diameter of the shot is 4 mm. That's how the sizes vary. You will have ranges of sizes in your hooks. That means this particular shaft will get thin or it will get thick as per the size. We're now going to start with the first step of making our foundation chain. We're going to put our hook through this loop, pull on a working yarn. Okay, we're going to start with grabbing a yarn. So I normally wrap the yarn around my pinky and then on my index finger. I will then hold the tail of my foundation chain with my middle finger and my thumb. Then we will wrap this particular yarn onto the hook. I have this head of the hook, pointed version of the head of the hook, facing on my right. I will then put the hook below the yarn, twist the hook towards my left hand, and then I will pull through this yarn through my original loop that I had on my hook. This is how our foundation chain is made. I'm going to be doing 10 plus 1. The plus 1 is there for single crochet work. So we're going to have a chain of 10 plus 1. So I'm going to quickly just do chain 11. So we've done chain 11. I'll show you what this work looks like. This is a foundation chain, and these are the V's that reflect on your chain. It goes all the way through, and this is what the back of the chain looks like. You have these sort of dashes of the loops as well. These are known as the back loops, and these are known as the top loop. This is known as the bottom loop. So for our single crochet, I will be working on the back loops. People tend to work on the top loop. I like to work on the back loops because when I work on the back loop, it gives me a nice finish edge of my project. We're gonna start with the second chain, because the plus 1 is for our turning point. So the second chain, we're going to twist the chain around, pick up the back loop onto our hook, like this, then yarn over, pull through. Now we have 2 chains on our hook, loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through both. Again, we're gonna put the hook through the back loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. I'm going to just do the entire chain. I will come to this end portion and I will show you what the single crochet first row looks like. So I'm on the last back loop. I'm putting the hook through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. I'm going to put my marker in so that I don't lose this loop. I will then now show you what a single crochet first row looks like. So this is the single crochet, and if you turn this work around, you'll see the bottom portion. You have this beautiful chain also reflecting. Similarly, you have a beautiful chain working on the top portion of your work as well. And now we're going to work on to the second row. For the second row, we're going to be doing a chain 1. So chain 1, and then we're going to twist our work around like this, and we are going to now work below these 2 loops. I'm going to be inserting my hook underneath these 2, the top loop and the bottom loop of the chain here, like this. So we put our hook through underneath, but underneath the first loop here, wrap a yarn around, pull through, and then wrap around a yarn and pull through both the loops. I'm going to just now go through this row as well quickly. So I've come to the end of my second row, so I'm going to put my hook through the last loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both the loops. And then if you want to go further on to a third row, you'll just do a chain 1. I'm going to put my marker here and show you what it looks like. So I'm going to now just quickly do a few more rows and come back with a small swatch, and then I will show you how to finish your work. So I've come back. I've done 10 rows all the way up. I'm just on the last loop. And we pull through this particular loop. Now to finish our ends, what we're going to do is we're going to do a chain 1, and we're going to pull on this particular loop tight, and then we can just take our scissors and snip this up. So now we have a tail over here and we have a tail over here. We're going to now get hold of our needle, the broad eye needle that I mentioned earlier. We will now be finishing this end over here and here. We're going to be weaving through this particular tail into our work to finish the corners. So I'm back. I've just thread my needle, and we're going to just weave this particular yarn to need an edge from where we finished our work. now I will just trim off, take the needle out, and we're gonna just trim off the tail like so. And I will also just thread this tail as well into these loops. So I've just finished this particular swatch. I've just woven the tail as well. If you can see, I've just snipped the extra thread out here. I've just finished this swatch, and this is what the single crochet looks like. You can use it in multiple projects like making a basket or a table runner, a coaster, a table mat, even clothing like a sweater, anything. This is the basic version of a single crochet. This is used in variations where you can mix a single crochet with another type of a stitch. When we do mix a single crochet with another type of a stitch, it will give you a different look completely. So if you like this video, then don't forget to click on the like button, and you can subscribe to my channel from the link below, and click onto the bell icon to get the latest updates. The next video I will be doing will be on a half double crochet, so stay tuned.